Hello. It is a no ums video for September the 11th, 2022. A no ums number 32, I believe, where, hey, maybe I'm slightly back on course. I mean, one thing that I haven't gotten off course with is I am still doing my vocal exercises each and every day, marking it off on my calendar very diligently. Hopefully that is, I guess, in some way helping me. It's one of these, it's just a grind. It's sort of a grind thing. I've actually done a good thing with it, which is I combine doing my physio exercises. The physio exercises that I do at home, I do at the same time as I'm doing my vocal exercises, or almost, because sometimes when I'm doing my vocal exercises, I can get slightly out of breath. So vocal exercises I'm doing, and on Wednesday I read Patsy Ruddenberg's The Need for Words, noted down just a little section on epic storytelling, and then the next day I went through that exercise live on camera and did the exercise, which was exhausting, but I did it, which is good. I think this is the right technique to get myself through the rest of the book, and we'll go from there. I'm definitely not doing it as a daily activity. It's something that you can see that this would be a classroom activity, but I'm going to slowly make my way through Rudenberg. I'll do that again. I will read the next section, note it down, and then I'll do a vocal video on the next section, which I think is debate. I don't know how I'm going to do debate, but I'll try and do um, a section on debate, something like that. We're going to have to see how it works out and how I feel about Patsy Ruddenberg by the end of this. I think I have a feeling I'll come to the conclusion that she's a pretty powerful teacher, but also has maybe a little bit of an axe to grind about certain things, which, I mean, I guess if you're somebody who's thought about speaking for so long, you would. And if it's your profession, you're going to think it is the primo thing in the world, which, I mean, it's definitely important, and it's something that we are social beings, and it is the way that we communicate with each other than, writing and such like that. It's the vocalization. So we'll go from there. This is a short no-ums video. I don't have a lot to report. Doing the exercise itself, how do I feel about doing the exercise? I was actually going to go back and listen to myself do it, which would have been a thought before I made this video. But then again, I think that video is like 26 minutes long, so I can see why I shied away from that. It was an interesting process going from a very mundane way of telling a story, and then adding things to make it more and more dramatic, yet at the same time, at least trying to keep concrete in my language. I don't know how much I did, because you're adding fantastical elements, or what seem fantastical. I mean, I didn't have angels coming down from heaven or demons swarming up from cracks in the cement from hell. I had what seemed like a revolution going on in downtown Victoria, was my thought, which may be fantastical for Canada, a little less fantastical if you've been ingesting a whole ton of apocalyptic American news on the subject. So, which is probably where my imagination drew that from. So, yeah, it was an interesting exercise. There's definitely a point to be made about telling a story, and how how you build to a story. Now, the thing is, at least with the speaking that I'm doing on camera, I'm not making up stories, or but I'm constructing stories to be told. So that is something to consider about. I mean, a part of communication is being able to hold somebody's attention while you tell them something. And you do that through telling them a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. So there's that. And it's developing that instinct, I can see is a tough thing, but I mean, I'll give myself credit that I went through the exercise and coming up with story came fairly easily to me. How well I did it is another thing, but I was able to come up with story. So that's a good thing, I suppose. All right. That's all that I have to say. I've been Jay. More videos later.